Yo, what up? It's your boy JJ Stone, aka O Doctor.
And it's his daughter, Leah.
Aka Lil Nugget. You know what I mean? Lil Nugget in the house.
No.
Yeah, Lil Nugget,
No.
LN, you know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's Little Nugget. If you don't know, we do a podcast together. We haven't done it in a couple months. Leah had the Coco Venus.
We don't know yet. No. It's already gone. But
I was gonna say we kind of know that whatever it is, you don't have it anymore because you're better. We also had a rough Christmas this year. We had a rough holiday. We had stuff going on, so we didn't do the show. But we're gonna be back doing the show. So this is like just a recap of the show before we get back into the groove of the show, just so you know, right? Oh my gosh, I forgot to turn off this light. It's flickering. Should I care? It's gonna bother you. It's gonna bother me that the light's flickering. I didn't turn it off. Should I not turn it off now?
okay, you can turn it off.
But that means I have to figure out how to turn it off.
Unplug it.
You unplug it. Oh, crisis averted. We are back. We have fixed the problem.
Somebody does not unplug something.
I mean, it's not my purview. As it were, not my purview. So anyway, as I was about to explain, this show is about raising a ninja. This technically isn't like for your kids. Like, you shouldn't watch or listen to this podcast like with your kids. Like, unless your kid's like 14 or 15, then you can watch it with the kid. But like for younger kids, this is just informational purposes on stuff.
Just look at the topic before you watch it.
Or watch it before you watch it. That's a better thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's talk about story time, okay? So yesterday, we're going to Leah's wrestling match. Now she's sleeping because she's again getting over to Coco Venus, and I was like, "Oh, Leah, wake up! We're passing the place that you went to school at. That was elementary school. Before elementary school, it was like
preschool, whatever.
Yeah, daycare-ish kind of thing. And it was a school that her mother picked out that was close to her job. It was far from me, but it was like on her way to work, and it was on her way to pick her up, so it was easier. And it was like a Christian school, like, you know, where everybody loves the Lord. It was built out of like a farmhouse type thing.
Yeah.
And Leo's, what did you say?
Yeah, like when I was going to that school, I remember one of the first memories I've ever had. They had like a cool little whole house, like plastic house, for kids to go in it, and all the kids were in it, and all the kids were mostly white, and when I tried getting in, they pushed me out saying I was too dark. Although, I'm not saying it's okay to discriminate, but I'm not even dark.
In the summertime, to be fair, you're way darker.
Okay, this was daycare.
Yeah.
This was not in summer.
No, it was daycare. You could have been going there all year round.
No.
Because it was before you were in school. It wasn't a school thing. It was care.
I was a light child.
In the summertime, you're a dark child. I will put up a picture for reference so people can understand that you do look Puerto Rican in the summertime. You tan up very well. So that might have been the case. But it's just funny. And then what's the other story you told me about?
Oh, yeah, they threw sand in my eyes, but...
Yeah. So I was like, what? Like, what? So why didn't you tell nobody that you were getting kung fu kicked out of houses?
Because I eventually got into the house. Everybody but left by then, but I did get into the house.
And then
the teachers was there for the sand incident, and they just washed the sand out of my eyes. And my mom already knew about the sand incident.
Oh, see? She didn't tell me, though. So that's smart on her part, because I'd have been mad, and you probably wouldn't have went back to that place. So that's probably why I never heard about the sand incident. But it's just funny. I'm sitting there like, oh, look, there's a little Christian place. And she's like, it's a hellhole, a trap of death and destiny and discrimination.
I never said that.
The racism was abundant. and there's another black girl there, but I think she was a little older than Leah because she wasn't in Leah's group. She's like, there wasn't anybody black. And I'm like, I remember. She was a chocolatier. So I remember her directly. I mean, there's only a couple pieces of pepper and the salt. So it's not like I can't remember. But it's just funny what kids remember and stuff that like triggers them to say it. Because I'm like, why wouldn't you just bring that up? Then you said to me, why do we live in Clayton?
I don't like Clayton. It's too boring.
So you don't do anything anyway. You're lazy.
Yeah, and
Your ambition is really low, and
it's not the
you're
problem.
lethargic.
That's not the problem.
It's totally the problem, because if you had more things to do, you would do them, right? Your school has more ample things for you to do. Why aren't you doing them?
Oh,
You
so
got
much.
You got drama. You got club. You're in a little band thing. You're doing that.
Okay, so if I were to do drama,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so usually drama is only during a certain period of time. Like, they don't do it year round sometimes. So what they do is, for the kids that aren't athletic at all, do drama, or they do band, or do something extracurricular for people who aren't athletic.
But
so the drama is one of those things. You either do drama or you do a spring sport. It's not both. And if you're going to do both, you're going to skip like 13 practices. And you can't go to certain games because you have a drama thing. Or you can't go to certain drama things because you have a game. I can't do that.
So that's everywhere you go. People, when you're in school.
I never said it's about the extracurricular. It's about the people.
It's about the. What's wrong with the people?
I don't like the people.
And let me tell you something. Anybody who's watching, please leave the comments and tell me, whichever school you went to, nobody likes the people they went to school with. Coast to coast, Key West to Key Largo. It doesn't matter if you're in prep school, private school, slumlords, the streets. Shoot, people don't even like the people they go to school with when they're homeschooled, okay? So it doesn't matter where you're going to school.
No, I just want better people.
No, you find, if you're lucky, 5 people that you're cool with, and by the time you're 40, there might be 2 of them that you're still friends with. You know when you find your people when you go to college
I need to find my people in a different school.
Yeah, you won't. You're gonna have the same issue you have at this school, where there's like 3 cool people and the rest of them are bad. You need a pool of people where there's like 30,000 kids. Like, that's what college is for. You can find 15 other weirdos like you at college. Not at high school, middle school, grade school. So it doesn't matter where you are, what town you live in, whatever. Again, anybody just please leave a comment to retrospect that. But this is the kind of stuff.
School is trash.
This is the kind of stuff we're gonna.
They give me.
I'm trying to describe it. You're still complaining about the school.
Let me explain. This school, the other day, I was hungry, right? Mm-hmm. I had already eaten my lunch.
Already.
And I wanted some pizza.
Just some pizza.
So I went up. And I got the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
The cheese, trash. It tastes like dirt, number one.
Okay.
The bread wasn't even pizza bread. It wasn't even made for it. It was just cut in half, and I bet you.
Again, you're the wealth of people you're describing this lunch to, all are saying that is school pizza. To which
it was cold and they gave me dirt. They gave me dirt to eat. So when I have cancer, I'm suing my school for giving it to me.
Well, you're gonna be suing a whole lot of people. This is America. You get cancer from everything. But again, you're making it sound like you're a bougie child.
I'm not bougie. I don't eat trash.
Well, apparently you weren't hungry enough, because if you were hungry, you would eat it.
No, I wouldn't. Barely any of these kids even want to eat the lunch. They make you buy certain things when you want one thing. Like when I just wanted the good pizza on one of those days. I thought there was good pizza, you know?
I'm trying to reintroduce...
On one of these days,
I'm trying to reintroduce this show to people, and no one's going to listen or watch. I was trying to say, going forward, we're going to start doing video podcasts. I'm going to have Leah stream in. We're going to watch our movie trailers together. We're going to do our movie reviews together, as well as talk about life situations and school lunches, as you can see here. But
That's trash.
Oh my gosh, it's not trash. This school lunch is amazing.
I bet you someone...
The only thing I can say about your school lunch that's no good anymore, when I went to school there, we used to get slushies. I used to be passing out slushies like it was my job and my business. So, I mean, anyway, we're done with school lunches. We're done.
Trash.
We're done with school lunches. Okay. So, let's talk about something else real quick. Music. Okay. So we're going to do a whole episode on music. How I brought you into the tutelage and lessons of knowing good music. We listen to everything except for country music.
It's just weird.
Yeah, we're not country music is like the blues, and we're black, so we can do the blues. We don't need country music, but everything else is fair game. And we don't do like that mega death metal stuff. We do some rock and roll. I've slipped that into her brain through osmosis in the playlists. So I'm gonna list up some of the playlists I have. I'm gonna teach you how to get your kids from an early age into your jams before they get into school and they get corrupted by weird kids that they don't even like, but they're in here singing stuff off of TikTok, but they don't even know what they're doing. And then I'm going to have Leah explain her inappropriate music that she listens to.
No, we don't have
Inappropriate. If you got the time, go on the internet and search Young Nugget and put in Bob Ross. You know the Afro Bob Ross. Put in Young Nugget.
Y-U-N-G.
Bob Ross.
Y-U-N-G. Nugget.
Y-U-N-G Nugget. And, you know, she
or
played...
Bruh Moment. Bruh Moment.
No, don't do that because you're not prepared for Bruh Moment. To which, again, you're going to get me in trouble for being a bad parent.
Oh, don't do that.
To my point of explaining, even if you put in that thing. So... everybody knows, like when you were a kid, I would listen to stuff, and back in the day, you had to go spend your money, buy a tape, get it in the house, listen to it without your parents knowing that you were listening to it. Now you got the internet, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, everything's just delivered right to your phone and device. You don't got to go nowhere. You don't have to pay for it. The stream is free. You can get the free Johns to use the service. So it's like kids can listen to anything. So she plays this little nugget, Young Nugget. Well, she's Little Nugget. She was listening to Young Nugget. I was like, oh, that's crazy. And I'm thinking to myself like, you know, oh, you shouldn't be listening to this. To which I'm thinking to myself, I was listening to Wu-Tang Clan selling crack cocaine in the basement at 10 years old, and she's 12 now. So, I mean, at least I know what she's listening to, so I can either laugh at it or tell her that it's trash and she shouldn't listen to it again. I will say this. I'd rather listen to the inappropriate Young Nugget, Bob Ross, SpongeBob, SquarePants beat music than I would like to listen to the girl who went to prom and was trying to commit suicide.
She wasn't. She was just sad and listening to stuff. And she's just no. It's not even depressing. It's not suicidal. It's just a song that she sang, and she's good.
So
she's good.
So pro tip, you know, if you want to really keep track of what your kids are doing, don't buy the family plan. Buy the personal plan and then share it with the kid. So that way you both have to have the same listening track. You know, Leah doesn't understand. I got her on lockdown. I'll be tracking with the tracker. She's like, you ain't tracking me. I'm like, look, I got the chip in her brain. We be thinking the same thing. But her ears, you know, really the chip. Anyway, do we share the same playlist? So
Don't make fun of that.
I put the playlist together and she listens to it when she goes to sleep. When she was younger now, she could, you know what I mean? She could pick what she wants on her own. But it was just funny to me because I'm like, what are we listening to when I go put on this playlist? And I'm just like, yeah, I gotta go talk to my kid.
I kept trying to inform him about the next song because we were just listening to Bob Ross. I was like,
no, I'm not worried about Bob Ross. Song. I'm not worried about that. Inappropriate stuff is what I'm saying. That stuff doesn't bother me. What bothers me is a playlist of suicide, lost my dog, there's no hope left in the world, and the sun's not coming over again. I'm not talking about Young Nugget.
No, I know.
I'm talking about that.
MX tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all depressing stuff.
No, it wasn't.
I was about to kill myself. I didn't know what was going on. No, I put on 3 songs. I started crying.
I was sad. I was sad.
Yeah, you were sad. That's what I'm saying.
I was sad.
And that's why I was like,
when I'm sad, I want to listen to sad things.
Everybody does. I'm just saying, I had no clue you were sad until I saw the playlist, which makes me go as a parent say, okay, climb back in the window and tell me why you're sad. Do you need ice cream?
I made a whole sad poem.
It was horrible. It was such a sad poem. And the teacher sent a note. It was like, Leah said, I was like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. She ain't sad on my time. This poem is horrible. It ended up with, you're not my dad.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
I'm so sad. I might be mad.
No, it
if you were gone, I'd definitely be glad. Snap, 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 snap.
It wasn't like that.
You're slow like a turtle. I wish that I could hurdle out of this relationship.
I didn't say that.
Oh, it was so great. It was so depressing and Caucasian. Like, I was like, This is the white side. This is what white people do. I used to write poetry, so I can't say no that I was a poet, and I knew it. Most of my poetry was not depressing poetry. It was fat people poetry. Same difference. I'm a fat person. I can say that. If you're listening, you don't know what I look like. I'm a fat person. Again, I apologize. I know this is an audio podcast going out too, but Leah does have the Cocoa Venus. And so going forward, we're going to have a list up of the days when it goes live. And if you support on Patreon, you'll get some extra bonus footage. I got these new mics. So hopefully these sound good, because the coolest times we had the best stories is when we're in the car. And not for nothing, I'm not doing like car karaoke where I got 9 cameras posted up all over the place and audio stuff. So we got these, and we got the cool little headphone thingies. We ride in the car.
It hurts your head.
I have no hair though. I'm thinking if I put a hat on. I think if I put a hat on, it would be better. Your
cowboy hat?
No, not my cowboy hat. Like, it's not a cowboy hat.
Yes, it is. It's a white boy shooter hat.
It's a white boy.
It's a white boy shooter hat.
Okay, so let me tell you. You sound so racist lately. You are half white, and you can't say these things that you keep saying, because then they're going to think that, people think I'm racist anyway, but I love white people. Every white person knows that. But you sound crazy because you're half white. You can't continue to keep saying these things.
It's just true.
It's not true. It is a Spartan hat, and it's very comfortable and soft. And I do feel like I belong in a pickup truck with straw in the back when I wear it. But that's besides the point. And you're being racist.
No, I'm not.
Oh, tell me what you said when we were in New York. Randomly. Tell them what you said. We're just driving. We pull in. We get through the tunnel. We're in the city.
Tell
them what you said. Go ahead, tell them. Say it. I'll say it if you don't. Then say it.
No.
Tell them.
No.
Oh, okay, so Leah said Chocolate Baby. And I'm just like, what? You know a store in New York called Chocolate Baby? Like, you've been up here clubbing? Like, what's Chocolate Baby? Do they make cakes? Like candy? And she's like, no, like, I want a Chocolate Baby. I'm like, I don't know what that is. And she's like, like you. Like, I want to have a chocolate.
I just started patting his head.
I want a Chocolate Baby. I'm like, oh, well, first of all, you ain't having no babies yet. Second of all, that sounds very racist. Why can't you just have a healthy baby? Why's it got to be a chocolate baby?
Because I just saw a really cute kid. And it was a chocolate baby.
So otherwise you saw a dark and lovely baby, and now you just, I want a chocolate baby too. Because you're racist.
No, because she was adorable.
Oh, okay. Now it's adorable. See, look, anyway, conversations like these, we probably scared you away from listening to the podcast. But
I'm not racist, I swear.
Yeah, I mean, you have to say it. It's
swear.
Like, you're 50-50 on the line of stuff.
See,
you know what I mean?
50-50.
50-50. You know what I mean? I don't know, that little hat thing you said back there. People aren't going to really get down with that. But we're also going to be tackling important topics. I saw a father-son podcast where a white male tried to teach his white son about affirmative action. And in the 15-minute conversation of affirmative action, he was very racist. Affirmative action came to be. He was using South Africa as references to how it could go wrong and turn against white people. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? So anyway,
okay, so here's my question.
What's your question?
What was that word that you were using?
Affirmative action?
Yeah, that.
You don't know what affirmative action is?
No.
That's going to be an episode on the show. So make sure you click the subscribe button. And again, I'm going to put up notes and stuff for the show. I'm probably going to put us on Spotify because Leah be listening to podcasts on Spotify. So we got to get up on Spotify. But again, it's not for your children. So when you see this on YouTube, this is not a kid's channel. We watch a lot of gangster movies, and we're going to be doing my reviews. And I'm going to be scaring Leah with trailers of movies that she won't see. But it's still fun to make her watch the trailers because her reactions are amusing to me. Her pain and sadness. Makes me laugh because, everything's so scary. We can't see anything. We couldn't even see underwater because of you. I missed it. It's out of the theaters now.
Wait till it's on Netflix.
Oh, my God. Where can people find you out on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram At Lee SMS on everything is like Lee SMS.
I'm your boy JJ Stone, aka O Doctor. I'm a doctor on everything. Peace out, little nugget. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking I'll make that stick, y'all. Little nugget, little nug. Let me get your little T-shirt made up.
No, I'm a sauce. I love my sauce. Make me sauce.
Little
sauce packet. Don't call me sauce packet.
Sauce packet. That sounds horrible. Sauce packet. What up? It's your girl Leah Stone, aka Sauce Packet. Saucy Pack.
It's your girl Saucy.
Saucy in the house, yo. Little sauce. I mean, just need a little on the side.
What up? It's your girl Saucy.
That's right. 2 drips. You know what I mean? Oh, it's your girl 2 dips. Because I mean, dipping in the sauce.
You don't need to example
I
it.
do that example because you gotta dip it in the sauce. 2 dips. Yeah, anyway. Oh, all right. Say goodbye to the people, Leah.
All right, bye.
2 dips. It's so good.
It's not 2 dips.
It is 2 dips.
It's gonna be saucy.
It's saucy. Saucy 2 dips.
What if it's your girl Saucy?
You sound like a 1950s crime lord. Oh, it's your girl Saucy 2 dips. Tommy 2 knuckles.
No, it's saucy.
It's saucy. Oh, you can't even spell that. Go ahead to stop button on this.
It's OOUSCY. No, I'm not even gonna put the C. I'm gonna put S.
Saucy. Saucy.